We'll go back to my video and then eventually we'll go back to the channel so we'll do that notification. Check it out.
https://youtube.com/@britnimichel1996 C equals RKKla HCF6PD0XDP. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the like button.
Alright, okay. Let's go. We got the Jazz. Who 13-0. The Jazz is 4-9. Let's get it. They playing at home. The Jazz have Keenan George, Jordan Clarkson, Warren Marketing, John Collins, and Walker Kessler. Let's get it.
Hello and thanks for joining us. The NBA Cup is underway. This is game 2, and things will only get more intense from this point forward. Our game tonight featuring the Los Angeles Lakers as they go up against the Utah Jazz. This is Brian Anderson taking a look at Los Angeles. They won their first group stage game, a nice beginning to their NBA Cup journey.
Absolutely, and the odds tell you, hey, there is a huge difference between starting 2-0 versus 1-1. So the analytics say this is a huge cup game for them.
And now checking out how the Jazz are doing. This is such an important game for them. Losing their first group stage game, they have to win tonight.
Yeah, and it will not be easy. They're on the road, staring down a 0-2 start in the Cup. And that second loss pretty much eliminates you from advancing.
The starters for Utah, Collins and Kessler, they're in the middle. Clarkson the 2, and Markkanen is the 3. And it's George in at the 1. Kessler, a screen on Doncic. To the middle.
Oh my God.
Off by Kessler.
You're gonna block that.
Every coach wants assisted buckets. Guys like George, they move the ball.
James against Markkanen. Fades back. And there's another one for the Lakers.
Talk about a great start. 3 of 3 from the field to get the game going. They're cooking with gas, folks.
Here's George. Looking at his stats, he's putting up about 7.5 per game. Markkanen finds Clarkson.
Over it.
5 to shoot. Over Edwards. And Clarkson missing. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. And Edwards, here we go. And Edwards slams it in.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
George passes to Clarkson. Takes it inside. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Right there.
Up and in off the drive. Clarkson athletic enough to create his own offense.
And here's Edwards outside. Sinks it from distance.
No, 4. Let's go.
Edwards got 7.
5 of 5 to start the game.
And
it might be the second quarter before they miss. The way they're knocking these shots down. Boy, everything's pure.
Pass to Collins.
3.
Clarkson for three, bearing his second of 3 attempts.
Good play.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Let's go.
Nails it from beyond the
14-7.
arc.
Let's go.
He still hasn't missed. 4 for 4 to start the game.
Yeah, he's setting himself up to be their go-to guy today.
And we've got a timeout called by Will Hardy. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
Good first row.
Sexton's checked in for Utah. And while we have a moment, let's recognize a player who has been working hard lately. Your Western Conference Player of the Week.
He's made himself the cornerstone of their offensive efforts recently, and he's providing for his squad in every regard on that end of the floor. Scoring, passing, picks, you name it, he's doing it.
And stolen by Edwards.
Good D.
Hayes with it. Guarded now by George. And he got the
Let's go.
whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Luka Doncic is a superstar in this league, and he continues to build on what is going to be some kind of resume when it's all said and done. Has
15-7.
every tool that you need to have to be an MVP one day.
Well, last season we saw Luka Doncic
Oh,
score
three.
73 points. Tied for 4th most in NBA history, Clark.
B.A., he is so special, and the thing about the 73 he got, it was the
Indeed.
most efficient 70-point game in league history. And with how... Look at that!
Let's go.
Right
Let's
there.
go. Let's go.
Oh, my goodness, that was wicked.
What a nasty finish. They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They
three.
came out with guns blazing.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I did briefly speak with J.J. Redick, and I took the time to ask him about his strategy for Lauri Markkanen, and he said we know he's going to hit big shots, and he's physical.
Let's go.
on the
Let's go.
floor.
27.
We're gonna make him work for everything tonight. I hope he can test every shot that he takes. Hope and hard work. Can't ask for more than that, guys.
Okay, thanks, Allie.
Oh, 3. Fuck in.
Pass to Kessler.
Over it.
Now here's Markkanen. Now here's Sexton. Guarded by Edwards. 4 on the clock. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot.
Good foul.
Officials call the foul, and he'll
Good
take 2
foul,
free
LeBron.
throws now. You know,
Look
Grant,
at the
look
line.
at the career of Colin Sexton. He had a huge 3rd season. Averaged 24 a game.
Yeah, B.A. And unfortunately, Colin hurt his knee
39.
early during his 4th year. Had season-ending surgery, but we've seen Sexton make a full comeback. Just a dynamic scoring guard.
Out to James. The 3. Buries it
Let's
from
go.
3.
Let's go.
James
Let's go.
has got 5 points.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Jazz trail by 14.
The 3.
Markkanen outside. Back to Sexton. George scanning the floor. Pass to Markkanen. Kessler, a screen on James. The Jazz need to get one up in a hurry. And finished off by Kessler.
Let's
Man,
go.
what a pass that was there. He really, really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
Markkanen against James. From deep, here's Doncic. That
Let's go.
falls. Nice
Let's
feed
go.
that time from James. 7 points in the game.
And they've settled in quickly today. A nice flowing rhythm to their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possession.
George against Doncic. George outside.
It's
Stolen
still.
by Doncic. 4-on-1. Here they go. Here's Hachimura. And
Let's
it's
go.
slammed
Let's
in
go.
by Hachimura.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Sexton finds Collins. Markkanen outside.
Hold on. I'm going to cheese over. Why do I keep doing it? Now try it. Let's see so.
Hi, everyone. We got the second game of the NBA Cup group stage for these two teams.
I'm watching
This one
they can't even do
for these
this is the piece how he put the Hall of Fame make it
not
look
only
easy.
towards their regular season records,
Right
but
now.
also as their second game of NBA Cup group play.
A higher level of attention. All these games nationally televised, so how will players perform with the light shining brightest?
And checking out Utah's opening lineup.
Let's go.
Forward, it's
Go.
going to be Markkanen and Collins. George out there with Clarkson. And it's Kessler in
three.
at the 5 down low. Collins kicks to Markkanen. Deep 2 from Clarkson.
No way.
It's good from
How?
the top of the key.
That's just great recognition from your big man, right? Markkanen is going to find the open teammate and put it on time and on target. I love this guy's passing skills.
Here's LeBron. And that one comes up a bit short. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
That's all.
Hey, Kevin, briefly spoke with J.J. Redick. Now, I asked Coach about the
Open.
defensive game plan tonight, and he said
Let's
preventing
go.
easy buckets around the
Part
rim,
two.
and that start.
Guys, how we change it back to Hall of Fame.
With John Collins.
I'm good.
He's a great
Still good.
interior
I'm Hall of Fame
scorer,
and freshman
especially
starter.
when he gets ahead of steam, so we have to limit those
So let's play supposed to make it fun for you guys.
Back to you.
Thank you,
Close to
David.
me, please. The three. Fucking right, LeBron.
Back to Clarkson. It's stolen by
Shut up,
Edwards.
pass it back.
And now the fast break. Edwards with the ball. And the rejection by Collins.
Yeah, that's just John Collins.
Oh, he got
Erasing
blocked.
shot attempts with that long wingspan.
Count the
Up one,
basket.
call for
I
it.
tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
The 7th pick in 2017, Lowry Markkanen. Almost a throw-in that Donovan Mitchell trade.
That's
Let's go. Third fourth. The first
Let's
five.
go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game.
The three.
And that's life above the rim. Courtesy of our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Edwards against Clarkson.
No way.
It's hauled
Good
in by
help.
Los Angeles. We've been following their streak game after game, and right now it's up to 13 in a row.
You have to give a ton of credit to not only the coaching staff for having their group prepared to play nightly, but also a ton of credit to these players who have been solid with their rotations, who've been committed to both ends of the floor. Their depth has been apparent. This is a formidable team right now.
Colin Sexton, he's checked in for Utah.
Coming into the floor for the Jazz.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Edwards against Sexton. A fader. A tad short, but it's good.
Not
off the
four.
front iron. Edwards got his second basket.
Good way to start this game.
Trying to really go.
Want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
And Will Hardy calls timeout here. He's ready to talk things through with the team. And for the Western Conference, we have a chance now to recognize our Player of the Week, Champ.
While most players can dominate with
I'll
their
try to keep my Hall of Fame
scoring
for regular
ability, he
season.
has done it with his pass.
Even the playoff for you guys.
That he
But if
is
we
the
start losing,
catalyst
I'm
for
bumping
this
it back
team
down.
on offense. And when players are cutting or moving to open space, he has found it.
Here's George. Banked in
Good
off the
play.
A
glass.
nice touch inside.
Nice hit.
George can finish from all three levels.
Lakers leading by 3. Now Hachimura. His last outing, 16 points for
So
him.
how far was there, Rudy?
Thinking back to the glory days in Utah, they went to back-to-back finals in 97 and 98.
Unfortunately, though, Kevin, that Stockton Malone era, they just couldn't overcome the dynastic Bulls. The Jazz still searching for that first NBA title.
This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
To the middle. Here's Kessler. And
Right, so
Kessler
he
throws throws it down.
Love it.
We know Keontae George is an effective playmaker. He always seems to make the right decision with the ball.
Pass to Doncic. Sexton against Edwards. And again, the Lakers, no good. Jazz trail by 3. Launches it. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss. The drive by James. The teardrop falls in.
A monster down low. LeBron James, the rare package of skill, size, and athleticism.
Inside. It's stolen by Edwards. To the inside. And Hayes
let's
throws
go.
it down.
Let's go. Let's go.
Take care
Our
of the
offense
ball.
look easy.
Fellas,
The offense
that's
look so
what can
easy.
happen.
Absolutely.
Jazz couldn't. I don't think no team can match with us on Hall of Fame, especially the Jazz.
Right. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day,
That's
though,
foul.
it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
You take a look at Los Angeles. They started their NBA Cup
Well,
campaign with a
15-8,
victory,
50
looking
cents.
to get to 2-0 tonight.
And these home fans sure hope they can continue their winning ways. The reason is, if you can get to 2-0 in the
Let's go.
Cup, you have an incredible chance of
About
advancing.
18
And
cents.
then the situation for the Jazz. The odds are against them in the NBA Cup. An 0-1 record and
That's
on
all.
the road for this one.
And quite simply, Kevin, if they want to get to that knockout stage, they need to
Let's
win
go.
tonight.
About 10,
And
10,
it's
10.
extra difficult being away from home.
And with an update from the sidelines,
Not
let's
for us,
check
though.
in with David Aldridge.
No art
Kevin,
playing at
thank
home.
you. The Utah Jazz last season became one of the first teams in the league to move their games to broadcast television. It's a gamble, but they
That's
just
right,
about
Phil.
tripled their reach. With the rapid growth in the region, they
That's
have a
not a foul.
chance to attract new fans.
That's not a foul.
Kevin, no doubt, other NBA teams are keen to see how this goes.
Oh, David, no question at all. We thank you for your report. A different look for Utah. Clarkson, he's checked in for Markkanen. And it's Collier in for Keontae George. For 3, Edwards. The rebound by Collier. 2-for-1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
Tristan.
Luka has decided he wants to become a more complete defensive player. How about
Let's go.
choice on the
2012.
mics?
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Clarkson against James. Clarkson outside. Pass to Sensabaugh. And he's good on the three ball.
Open.
Sensabaugh's got 5 now.
Well, Jordan Clarkson's improved his ability to run the offense. How about that pass, guys?
A 3-ball. Doesn't go for it.
Good in first quarter. Let's go. Let's get the quarter. Let's go.
Ahead, leading by 7. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back.
Subscribe, scrub. A blowout.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And taking a look at the Lakers' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing in the game?
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
And why wouldn't they? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
In it forward for him, it's James and Hachimura. Edwards is out there with Doncic. And it's Hayes in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Edwards passes to James. Doncic outside. Good in the assist goes to LeBron. Doncic has got his second bucket of the night.
Boy, the deep ball from Luka Doncic. This guy does not lack for confidence.
Luka Doncic started off his 2024 doors with a historic scoring performance.
He sure did, Kevin. He was only the 4th player in league history to score over 72 points in a game. It was the shooting performance of a lifetime, and Luka just takes it all in stride. Incredible. Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He he cannot answer the bell.
James.
Let's go.
Throws it
Let's
down.
take 20. For the lead back up. Let's go.
James, one of the great showmen to ever lace them up. How about that finish, folks?
I want to get that team. I'm going to think at halftime. Just grab it.
Here's Collier. Out pass to Clarkson. Doncic with the steal.
Free throw.
And he gets the
Just
whistle.
put it out
Two
there.
free
I'm going to
throws
be a free throw
coming
line.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Lakers shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. Free throw good, Edwards.
At the line for Los Angeles.
That's also good. So he hits
Tonight
both free
13.
throws.
Let's go.
Here's Collier. Nothing on the board. And Will Hardy calls timeout here. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. And Utah making a change here. Martin's checked in. And we're now around the midway point through the group stage games. So let's check out the NBA Cup standings.
Well, as you know, teams are randomly drawn to their groups based off their record from the previous season. And as you can tell, some of these groups are easier to navigate than others. A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Hachimura,
Oh my God, I gotta hit
That's
that.
one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
Here's Sexton, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. Sexton's got his first 2 points of the night.
Well, speed is such an important weapon for Colin Sexton, and he gets to the mid-range game. Nice.
James in the post. 6 points for him. Again, the miss by the Lakers.
Go hit that, James.
Down low, here's Filipowski. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Rui Hachimura picks one up. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
A huge part of their offense, pushing the ball, looking for fast break
21.
opportunities. Always a good idea.
Another big component of their early game tonight has been points off turnovers. Great
Let's
job
go.
converting on those chances.
Los
Go,
Angeles
come on.
making a switch here. Finney Smith's checked in. Jazz trail by
Here,
10.
Garmin.
Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession. Here we are in
That's a
November.
start.
Let's see how things are shaking out in the West.
Who's
early
first
in
place? The
season.
Jazz is 14th.
Taking
Let's
a
go.
look at the Lakers. They hold the first place spot in the conference, just right where they want to be. They've got momentum.
Let's start off.
And checking out Utah. They're looking to turn it around down at the bottom of the conference now.
Well, I think for the Lakers, they've gotten off to a terrific start this year. We knew they were capable of playing terrific basketball, and so far, they have not disappointed.
Yeah, and there really hasn't been any feeling out process for them at the start of the season. They were in full form immediately.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will retain possession.
I'm going to go to the third, fourth quarter.
3 minutes of
Let's go.
action so far in the second quarter. Collins setting the pick for Sexton. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
Well, Sexton showing that he's more than just a jump shooter. Very comfortable on the interior against size.
Outside Edwards.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
Well, the league has made sure the NBA Cup has dedicated nights on the calendar for this tournament. In order to
I got any fouls. Nope.
accentuate these group stage games.
And I like that format because it makes it clear to the players and fans that these games mean something more than a normal regular season game.
Markkanen, he's checked in for the Jazz. George comes in for Collier. Here's George. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Name a type of shot Deontay George can hit more capable of scoring at all 3 levels.
Clarkson, he's checked in for Sexton. He's off on the second. And the league clearly focused on making regular season games matter. You think more steps are coming?
Well, let's give the league credit because they've left no stone unturned. The play-in, the in-season tournament, the 65 games rule, all implemented with that in mind. Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher. A coach knows it.
Well, the best players to night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
And Will Hardy is called timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. And there before you are the teams that have been absolutely red hot for the last 10 games. The Lakers, number 1.
Well, they've been hot. You love to see this kind of offensive execution.
There's 1:59 left in the first half of the game. Here's Markkanen. LeBron with some nice D.
Boy, he's at the cup, but that is tremendous defense. Prohibit the lay-in without fouling.
Let's go. Shot is good.
Attention Luka draws. That's why his teammates get so many wide open looks.
Indoors every so often. There are guys that come along that you can build a franchise around, and Luka Doncic seems to be one of them.
There's no question, Kevin. If I were putting a team around Luka Doncic, I'd want to have multiple vertical threats at the rim and shooters at every other position, because at that point, Luka is unguardable.
Clarkson for 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. Clarkson's got 5.
Well, give Jordan Clarkson a ton of credit. He has worked tirelessly on this shot.
Doncic passes to Edwards.
Where's the foul?
Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
Well, I felt like they were never on the same page defensively in that one. Gave up way too many easy shots.
You cannot allow your opponent to shoot that high a percentage. That is going to get you beat night after night.
And so Doncic will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
Yeah, proficiency from range, away from home, much easier said than done. They played a terrific ball game.
And I think it was clear that their plan was to attack from the three-point line, and it worked to perfection.
Collins gets to Clarkson. It's stolen by Edwards. Up the floor. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Jordan Clarkson.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical. The feel LeBron has for the game, unreal. Whatever situation he finds himself in, he always seems to have an answer.
Boy, a really soft touch on display. It is a luxury to have a big man who can hit from the line at a consistent rate.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
Here's Collins. That shot off the mark.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Right. He stays connected, and great timing on the contest.
And so it's Los Angeles in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. And we'll be back with you shortly.
Thanks for subscribing. Well, Marcus Warfoff.
Welcome to halftime, and after 2 quarters played, some ground to make up for the Utah Jazz. Swerving off topic for a moment, I need you guys to weigh in on this. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
No, man, it's a hot dog. Jeez, it's right there in the name.
Well, it's got meat, correct?
Right.
It has bread.
Right.
Isn't that what it takes to make a sandwich?
Stuffed between bread?
That's not how it works. Every summer they have a hot dog eating contest, not a sandwich eating contest.
All right, looking back now at that first half, a bit of a hill to climb for the Utah Jazz.
Well, they had a tough half.
And that's all for us. Now
Okay, third quarter. Let's go. So the grind don't stop with me. Well, what time
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one.
grind.
What a game we're seeing from Champ.
I'm going to put his win over here.
Pass to the lane that first half.
Look at third quarter.
Inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far,
For three.
the defense has not been able to counter it.
Getting underway here in the second half. Here's Will Hardy's 5. The pairing up
That's
front.
off.
It'll be Collins
The
and
help.
Kessler. Sharing the wing spot. It's Clarkson and Markkanen. And it's George in at the 1 spot. Edwards, no good.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
Count it, and the Laker lead has been cut down now to just 7 on the basket for
Tommy.
Markkanen. Now here's Edwards. He's got 17. James wide open.
Come on, LeBron.
Clarkson.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it
Oh my
didn't fall.
god.
I think expect them to go back to it because
Who
that's
is they
the kind
playing
of
on your
shot this
dumbasses?
offense is designed to generate.
Damn,
Should
bro.
give them a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his groove.
Hold on.
George looking over the floor.
Right.
Offensive rebound.
Get the fucking board.
And another shot. A shot.
Hey,
No good.
bro.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
Here's Edwards. Cross contact
Fair one.
on the shot.
Let's
And now
go.
a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Well, their first basket in 4 tries. Can that trigger a little bit of good shooting here? We'll
Switch it
find
to fourth.
out.
Come on.
Lakers have been a
Lock in.
8 of 8 at the line. Well, Doris, both you and I had the honor of being in that 2020 bubble in Florida. Any memories from Orlando?
I think, Kev, just how unique this setting was, and I have to give some props to the players. No fans, no normalcy, away from their families for extended periods, and yet they were able to lock in and give us some incredible moments.
George finds Clarkson. Markkanen in the corner. Back to Collins. Pass to George. Just 5 to shoot. The Jazz need to get off a shot here.
That's off.
Markkanen can't get it to go. Los Angeles leading by 8. Here's Edwards. And Edwards
Let's go.
with the stuff.
That's just a good possession. Dorian Finney-Smith moving the ball. He's been working on that aspect of his
For
game.
3.
Jazz have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. George dishes to Clarkson. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
And that
Let's put our
solid
6.
play in the paint continues here, guys.
The Lakers shooting well, 50% from the floor. James down the lane, stolen by Collins.
Damn it.
Inside.
No way.
Clarkson with the ball. That shot missing.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy. Just struggling to make shots right now.
And when you look at John Collins' advanced numbers, Doris, they jump off the page.
Yeah, probably the advanced numbers you're referencing, Kevin. Offensive rating, true shooting percentage. And when you look at it through that lens, Collins is absolutely able to score from a variety of spots on the floor, and the guy's an absolute terror on the glass.
Got it.
Lakers leading by 8. James with it, now defended by Markkanen. For 3, Edwards. Edwards with another miss.
Well, he hasn't proven to be much of a floor spacer for them. He had the 1-3, but that was back in the first half.
Oh my God, 3.
Against George. Collins a screen on Edwards. George passes to Collins. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George.
And quickly, let's look at the numbers for Champ. First in assists. And, of course, he's the #1 shot blocker in the league. Just an imposing presence inside.
And his scoring abilities are just so far out of sight. #1 overall right now. No one's been able to slow him down or even come close. That one doesn't drop.
Well, they have the advantage, but you still feel like this guy needs to find a way to get himself going.
Pass to Sexton. Markkanen sets the pick for Sexton. High arcing shot. It's tipped. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. 1:49 left to play here in the third.
I can't hit my shit.
Filipowski
I can't hit my
gets
shit.
the board.
I can't hit my fucking shit. Miss my dunk, and now miss my fucking dunk.
He's upset for attempting that one.
Here's Collier, covered by Hayes. Here's Sexton. The Lakers with the rebound.
Okay.
By as many as 14 points. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one, and that will be the middle game of this 3-game homestand.
It won, finally.
He'll go to the free throw line.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning.
Yo.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
And Utah making a change here. Sensabaugh is checked in. Here's Markkanen. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Markkanen's got 4 points this quarter.
Oh, he's got so much length that under duress, still able to finish. Go ahead, Lowry Markkanen.
Here's Edwards on the money from 12 feet away.
4-9-38. Let's go.
I'll tell you, this
Make it
thing's
stop.
not going anywhere with this guy making plays. What a quarter.
Who's ready?
Here's Collier. Still yet to score. And here is Markkanen. Markkanen a screen on James. Puts it up from 15. Sends the ball, no good. Lakers leading by 11. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. That one falls. James has got 10.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Let's start cross. No threes.
Here's Collier, guarded by Doncic. And it's Collier missing. Here's Hayes, and Hayes throws it down.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And at this point, it is their game to lose. They've done such a good job building the lead.
Well, through 3 quarters of play,
Let's go.
may be difficult to overcome. Lakers ahead.
Let's go.
And
https://youtube.com/@BritneyMitchell1992.
If you watch this, let's go.
And so Doncic will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Jackson Hayes is out there with Dorian Finney-Smith. Then there's Doncic. Then there's Edwards. And it's James in at the 3 spot. That's the Laker 5. Jazz trail by 15. Here's Sensabaugh. Pass to Hendricks. It's rebounded by Hayes. Hayes has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Doncic. The kick out to LeBron. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. It's Edwards on the wing. Clock at 6. Trains.
Let's go.
Edwards got 13 points here in the second half alone.
Well, you love his effort level, right?
The
Particularly
three.
when it's winning time. He is going for the finish.
Here's Collier, guarded by Doncic. Pass to Sexton. From the stripe, it's hauled in by LeBron. LeBron's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Hayes. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
That's his first personal foul. First team.
And he makes the first. Luke's checked in for the Jazz. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Pass to Sensabaugh. Here's the screen. It's good from long range.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. The shot's good from Hayes.
Let's go.
Hayes has got 4 points now in the quarter.
You can see why they go to this guy so often. More often than not, he's going to be very efficient like he is right here.
Pass to Sensabaugh. Launches a 3. It's holding by Los Angeles. James has got his 5th rebound in this one. Launches outside. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the 4th.
Let's go. It's 2 for 3. Let's go.
An offensive player like Luka expects the contact. He's anticipating it, so it doesn't bother him. That's a big-time finish.
Here's Collier, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And he can't get the first one.
Ball off.
And he's good on the second.
2 for 4.
Lakers leading by 18. Outside Edwards.
What's that?
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Jordan Clarkson. He throw good, Edwards. The Jazz making a switch here. George is checked in, and Edwards drops the ball. Greg, we see the NBA finding players for certain actions or statements.
Multiple offenders are always going to be under the microscope, Kevin. Sometimes they end up playing into those expectations, so those punishments can appear a bit skewed.
Marking against James. Here's Collins. Drops it in from 14 feet away.
Typically, you see John Collins work the mid-range at some point. He's dialed in right there.
Edwards against Clarkson. Edwards drives in. Utah with the rebound.
Kessler's
got rebound number 8 now on the night. Here's Clarkson, and Utah again with the bucket.
Well, Jordan Clarkson could be a little bit streaky at times, but right now this guy is on fire.
Edwards inside. He's covered by Clarkson. They get the rebound. The kick out to LeBron. Pass to Finney-Smith. Left side, Edwards.
2 minutes remaining in this ball.
And Edwards
Let's go.
slams it in.
6-8. Let's go.
The game up big. They continue to attack.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance
might be game right there.
now. They are having their way.
Kessler screen on Doncic. Outside Collins. 6 on the shot clock. Jacks up a 3.
That's all.
Rebound by James. Los Angeles leading by 18. And it's sent back by Kessler.
This guy is a constant threat on the defensive end. Send it back, Walker.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Lakers.
They simply ran him off the court.
They set the pace, and their transition game was executed flawlessly.
Perfect.
And
So
so
they can win.
this
Let's
will
go.
translate to 14 wins on the season.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Champ.
What a relentless scoring night for this guy. In attack mode all evening.
Kessler passes to Clarkson over Edwards, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. And it's the Lakers' ball. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Out left to the wing. Here's Finney Smith. Hits it from 3.
Let's go. They went for 3.
And the Lakers lead by 18.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
Clarkson for 3.
Grab it.
It's hauled in by Doncic. No one near Edwards as he lets it fall.
Let's go.
Good on the
20
triple.
touches. 24 for 3.
Edwards got 39.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here.
And so it's the Lakers taking care
Go
of
get the
business.
water.
And they're off to a great start in the NBA Cup, a 2-0 record in the group stage.
And in this format, you need a third win in the group stage. So with 2 games left, they're in great position.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. LeBron, what is your sense of how the team is playing at the moment?
We have a good thing going right now, and we want to try to keep it going. And the best part about tonight's game was the defensive end. We defended, and we shared the ball, and that's a good ingredient to a win.
It was working at both ends, LeBron. Thank you for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, DA, thanks again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in.
Let's go. Let's go. Hall of Fame. Next place the Magic who 4-12, who 14-0. We still playing with the Magic at Dylan Suggs. Kenny could hold Paul Warner, Paul Bertino, and then Michael Burnell. Let's get it.
Introducing the starting.
You know, on paper, this looks like a lopsided matchup, but anything can happen in the NBA, Grant.
That is the truth. I mean, that's why they play the games. One guy gets hot, a team gets cold.
That's
all it takes to swing the entire outcome of a game.
And the starting lineup for the Magic. Wagner and Banchero, the talented forward pair. The backcourt is Suggs and Caldwell-Pope. And it's Bataze in at the 5. Edwards for 3. They grab their own miss. Out to James. Sends it home from three-point land.
Well, LeBron is a guy who can score from anywhere. He's comfortable taking long-range shots.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
I did briefly speak with J.J. Redick. I asked him how he plans to slow down Paolo Banchero, and Coach told me, look, he's an all-star, so you've got to guard him with your whole team. He's big, he's strong, he can punish you down low, but he's also quick and has the ability to beat you on the perimeter. They'll have to be disciplined tonight, B.A.
Thank you for that, Allie. So it's the Lakers now. After the basket by Orlando. Edwards. Good on the shot.
Let's go.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
We played just over a minute here in the first. Caldwell-Pope, the pass to Banchero. And here's Suggs. Looking at the numbers, he's putting up 7 points a game.
Nice use of the play. Suggs knew where he wanted to go with the ball and got it there.
Doncic against Suggs. And here's Edwards outside. The shot is good.
go.
Doncic
Hey,
making the
fourth.
play. Edwards has got his second basket on the night.
He's looking very confident so far. The defense is going to have to account for him.
Back to Suggs. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Hachimura against Banchero. Edwards pulls it in. The hallmark of this Orlando team, their defense, which led them to the playoffs last year, Coach.
Well, Brian, they were second in defensive rating. They've got great size. They're young and active. This is a great defensive team. And what's scary for the rest of the East, this team is still on the way up.
Now here's Banchero, making a mark on the offensive end, scoring around 13 a game. It's tipped. Suggs with it, picked up by James. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Suggs just staying active and goes to the line now.
Coach, you look at someone like Jalen Suggs. Man, has he improved his shot.
Yeah, Brian, I think you've always loved the effort that he brings at the defensive end of the floor. But now he's a much more efficient shooter, much more decisive, and really understands his role.
And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
And you can't let Doncic get this type of positioning because then you're pretty much forced to foul him.
Doncic hits them both.
It's not luck that he's so steady at the line. It's through repetition and hard work.
And we've got a timeout from Jamal Mosley. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And with the season just underway, here's a quick look at the early power rankings to see where we're at. You look at the Pacers, they're building some momentum right now and aiming for a spot in the top 5.
Seeing where Los Angeles is, they've been giving their all in every game, eager to show those who doubted them that they're capable of being the top team.
And then Carroll gets it to go.
I mean, 6'10", about 250, Banchero imposing his will inside.
Hachimura against Banchero. Knocks it loose.
Oh,
by Suggs. Free throw line jumper. He hits the back iron and sinks it.
Yeah, this is a part of Banchero's game they'd
Well,
like
they
to
got
develop here.
Los Angeles is going 2 for 3 from outside the arc. Hachimura in the post. Guarded by Banchero. And it's Hachimura missing.
That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
Wagner against James. Now here's Banchero. Defense is right there. And that misses. That would have put him up. James attacking.
Where's the
Orlando
foul?
with a rebound. And this matchup with Los Angeles, their first meeting of the season.
Yeah, surprised to split the season series last year. These guys have confidence in themselves against anyone they face.
Yeah, this is where it comes down to specific matchups and style of play. Sometimes you have a difficulty with the team that shouldn't be on your level.
The Lakers have gone just 3 for 7 here at the start.
Don't know.
Finished off by Hayes.
You can tell Doncic trusts his teammates. He'll get them looks and doesn't insist on doing everything himself.
There's a minute 34 left to play in the first. Here's Banchero. Not enough on that one as it misses. The Lakers lead by 3. Edwards, the pass to James. To the inside.
Oh my
Wagner with a steal.
God.
A moment to hear from Ali LaForce.
Well, Paolo
Get shit out of here.
Seattle playing pros every summer, and that gave him a huge leg up in the NBA. He said, quote, they
Let's
always
go.
tell me it's not as hard as you
Putting
think.
on.
You just have to be focused and locked in. That's what led to me having that demeanor. Ryan?
The 2023 Rookie of the Year, Ali. He hit the ground running. Now here's Wagner. He just could not put it together in that loss to the Clippers. Matase with a screen. 14 feet away. Suggs with the bucket.
And when you look at Suggs' numbers, here's a guy who has really improved his shooting.
And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
A big group substitution here for Orlando. Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Batase. Wagner comes in for Wagner. Anthony's checked in for Caldwell Pope. And Black subbed in for Suggs. Now here's Banchero. 9 points in his last outing. Sinks the tray. Banchero's got 7.
And Banchero has some range already. I mean, I want to see him continue to drain these shots.
5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock.
Incredible. I mean, high energy in transition. Just beating the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
Edwards for 3. Hayes, the pass to Doncic. Outside Edwards. Lets the 3 fly. It's rebound. By Wagner.
Can do it.
With 4 on the clock. And Anthony gets it to go on the assist by Wagner. And that ties it up.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
And that concludes a high-scoring
first quarter.
We're all tied up. And back in a moment as...
Call for me if you see 2 strikers.
And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. What we've seen from the Lakers, what's your take so far?
Well, it looks like hitting the boards hard was an emphasis of their attack. They knew how valuable it was to do so.
Yeah, we're not surprised by this. These guys work hard. They are busy.
All right, this is how the floor looks for the Magic starting the second. Wagner is out there with Banchero. Then there's Anthony. Then it's Wendell Carter. And it's Black in at the point guard position. Pass to Anthony. It's Hayes with the rebound.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the board. Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a tough PA.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in. Ooh, great look there. Brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam Can. And he comes up with a bucket.
Using all that size in close, Banchero, he understands his strengths on offense.
The 3, James. The shot is good. Doncic making the play. Doncic has got 3 assists tonight.
And they've really been more consistent from the field this quarter.
Banchero against James. Banchero goes strong down low.
Too big, too strong. It'll take more than that to stop Banchero.
I'll say this, Banchero is a guy that opponents can't forget about for a second. And you see it in all the defensive attention he gets. Teams show him all kinds of different looks, and he draws a bunch of double teams in isolation.
Well, you guys know I love analytics, but I still like the mid-range, especially when he's taking the shot.
And so Jamal Mosley calls for the timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Orlando making some changes. Batase's checked in for Carter, and it's Jalen Suggs in for Wagner. Second quarter basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Anthony misses. Los Angeles leading by 6. And here's Edwards outside. And the Lakers hit again from deep.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest.
Anthony, the pass to Suggs. And here's Banchero. Rebounded by LeBron. James has got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Hayes. And finished off by Hayes.
They're simply not missing. Unreal.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
Suggs outside. Banchero the screen. Suggs the pass to Banchero. Rebounded by the Lakers. And seeing this team right now is a problem. They've got 14 consecutive victories.
Well, you look at the discipline, the way these guys play under control. They never get out of balance when they find themselves in a hole. They just continue to fight, play their game, and enforce their own pace.
Now the Lakers moving it up. Here's Doncic. Ooh, the
Let's go.
explosiveness.
Let's go.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
And so Jamal Mosley calls for the timeout. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Orlando making some changes. Wagner comes in for Black, and Caldwell Pope is subbed in for Anthony. Orlando with the ball, down by 15. And Carroll with a screen on Doncic. Suggs, the pass to Banchero. Oh, it's stolen by Hachimura. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. Oh,
let's go.
That is incredible.
For someone with his scoring numbers, it's remarkable James still makes time to set others up.
You know, Grant, for players that move to a new team in the offseason, have they had enough time to get adjusted?
Well, you know, BA, it depends. Some guys blend right into a new squad, but for others, it takes a lot of repetition to get a feel for your teammates.
14 feet away. That one's good. Hachimura on the assist from James. Hachimura's got 4 points this quarter. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Lakers.
Well, so far they've done a great job of reading the offense and repeatedly putting themselves in the right place to interrupt the play and force turnovers.
They're also managing to make lots of trouble for their opponent in transition. Right away, they're finding points on the break.
And the bucket is good. Edwards has got 15 points.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. Must stay aggressive.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
The three from Banchero. It's Hayes with the rebound. Hayes has got 5 rebounds in the game.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well. That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
1:21 left in the first half of this one. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Suggs surveys the D. Six to shoot.
That's off.
Orlando again missing.
The other team just looks more in sync and is riding the momentum.
Their body language does not look good right now. They're deflated and unable to stop this run. After not making any threes in the first half, he now has 2 here in the second half. Let's see if he continue to add to that.
Caldwell Pope, the pass to Banchero. No good. Unable to win this run.
Hey, he hasn't been at his best this quarter. I'd like to see him be a little more patient.
They've settled into this game. You can see the offense is on fire.
Yeah, and that is key for them. Continuing to build out this lead.
Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. And it's Wagner missing. Los Angeles has gone 7 of 11 from outside the arc. Nice percentage from distance so far.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
Here's Banchero. Count that bucket. Banchero's got 6 here in the quarter.
Yeah, that's a nice dish. A lot of times the best way to put the ball in the right spot is with that bounce pass.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers firmly in control with an impressive 28-point lead as the quarter ends. And they've been shooting the lights out from the arc. All those threes have this poised for a blowout. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break.
Hey folks, we know you're anxious for the first half breakdown, but a surprise start to the show. Guys, I heard that some of our production crew has been ranking us behind our backs.
I gotta be number 1.
And now, how about that first half? Talk about a dominating display for the Lakers.
You know, on the boards.
And that'll do it for us.
Look at the crossover. Let's go.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Los Angeles shooting has been ridiculous. 75% in this game. At the forward slots, it's LeBron and Hachimura. Luka Doncic is out there with Edwards. And it's Hayes in the center. That's the Lakers five.
They've had a hard time shutting down the three-point shot.
And Suggs has got the ball here for Orlando. They host the Pistons after this one. It'll be a quick stopover at home before they have to get back out on the road.
Off the bounce, Suggs showing his athleticism.
Here's Doncic.
Perfect.
Doncic.
Let's go.
Well, you can see why he's a go-to guy for them. They trust in his ability to shoulder the offensive load.
Banchero outside. Batase with a screen. Hachimura against Banchero. Over Hachimura. Banchero no good.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
And it's slammed in by Hachimura.
He challenges the defender and throws it down with two hands.
And just straight power on that one. Clear the deck. Pass to Batase. And there's the screen. Up top, Banchero. Hachimura covering. That one falls. Banchero's got 15 points.
And I think we're going to see a lot of nights like this from Banchero. He is built to score and never seems to take a play off.
How about Paolo Banchero, Coach? What a special talent. The first overall pick back in 2022, and then the Rookie of the Year.
Well, Brian, he's not just a scorer. He's a 6'10" playmaker, and getting that out of someone who plays on the front line and can also play as a small ball five, Banchero's versatility makes him very valuable.
And Doncic, here we go. Doncic hammers it home.
What energy on the drive from Doncic. Charging in before the defense can seal up the gaps.
Outside, Caldwell Pope. And the ball out of bounds. Last touch by Edwards. Wagner for three. Counted from distance. Wagner's got himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. For Los Angeles, they've gone an impressive 5 of 5 so far in the third quarter. James inside. Wagner's on him. Hachimura from long range. The shot's good. The assist by James.
Why are you going wrong?
James has got his fifth assist in this one.
The three.
Wagner, the pass to Banchero. On the wing, Suggs. Guarded by Doncic. Caldwell Pope's shot is off. The Lakers have gotten all 6 of their shots to fall. Talk about a perfect start to the half.
Gifted moving the ball. Luka is one of the best passers in the league.
The Magic have gotten 4 of 7 shots to drop in the third. Back to Wagner. Banchero outside. Rebounded by the Lakers. Hayes has got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's James. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. James has got 10 points.
Forget his age. LeBron is still one of the strongest players in the league.
Batase with a screen. Here's Suggs. And that time also a missed shot.
Got the ball where he wanted it, but then got swarmed.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, drawing charges is an art. The Warriors' Brandon Podziemski led the league last season, and he said, I'm not going to jump with anybody at the rim and block them. This is another form of rim protection. And Brian, while some have labeled them dangerous and called for charges to be taken out of the game, they remain a winning play.
Yeah, that's a good point, Allie. Thanks. Here's Hachimura. And it's slammed in by Hachimura.
Hey, showing a good handle. An area where Hachimura continues to make strides.
Orlando's gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. Out left to the wing. And Carroll passes to Caldwell Pope. Three-pointer off the mark. Los Angeles has gotten all three from downtown so far in the second half. And finished off by Hayes.
Putting that pass right in his stride. Didn't have to slow up and was able to complete the play.
Outside, Caldwell Pope. Wagner, left side. Nice dish, and the layup goes down. Wagner's got 5 points in the quarter.
Yeah, and showing some force inside. Wagner making sure he gets his.
Out to Achimura, over to the wing. Pass to James. Double team on James. Edwards for three. The shot's good on the assist by James. Edwards has got 24.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
And Carroll with it. He's picked up by Edwards. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot two.
On the drive, Banchero can be pretty forceful, and he'll need that here in the league.
He's getting his first free throw attempts of the night now. Orlando making some changes. Wagner's checked in for Bataze. Anthony comes in for Caldwell Pope. And Black subbed in for Suggs. And they blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance at another one at the stripe.
Keep getting him the ball. He's been a huge part of this offense.
The Magic making a switch here. Carter's checked in. And here's Wagner. He'll bring it up for the Magic. Wagner with a screen. Wagner against James. Wagner, the pass to Black. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Look at the power on that.
He has to be one of the top dunkers in the game today. Here's Doncic. And Doncic
hanging on the rim, just showing off.
That's how you extend the glory right there. 1 second left. Not going to go that time. Huge lead. This one may have already been decided. It's Los Angeles delivering the blowout. And we're coming right back after this break to get the... And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
And just a selfless decision from your two-guard, showing his ability to get his teammates good looks.
Yeah, that's great decision-making, and one that embodies a team-first mindset.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. Fourth quarter, on the court for the Magic. We've got Banchero. Carter is out there with Wagner. Then there's Anthony, and it's Black in at the point.
And slammed that thing through.
A nasty two-hander. Stan, your coaching career started in the 1980s. How are players different today versus then?
Well, look, players have always shared one thing. They want to be the best that they can be, and they want to win games. Players now are bigger, faster, stronger, and more skilled. The rules have changed, so the game's a little bit less physical, particularly at the NBA level, but the players are just better.
Wagner with a screen on James. A little mid-range shot is up. And once again, off the mark by Orlando. How about the unselfishness of this team?
Yeah, the willingness to make the next pass as this defense scramble. And since the halftime break, their offense has just been on another level.
Well, the coaching staff made some adjustments for the second half, and they've come out with focus and execution.
And Anthony, here we go. Here's Black, guarded by Doncic. Shot clock at 6. Here's Anthony. Orlando again missing.
Well, it's been a frustrating night for him at the offensive end. Just
and they're refusing to take a break, even with a nice lead. They just continue to attack. You have to love it.
Yeah, to put together this kind of performance at both ends of the floor on the road, it's impressive.
And this team relies on Banchero's scoring, but tonight he's carried them.
Doncic shot
Let's go.
is good.
Let's go. Nice ball,
Doncic
40.
has got 10 points here in the second half.
They're really working the paint now.
The 3.
Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Nice ball, 42.
Certainly not shocked to see Banchero lighting up the stat sheet.
The Lakers have gotten off to a perfect 5 for 5 so far in the fourth. Here's James.
Oh, I could have hit that.
Rebound.
Trying to show off for the fans and give them their money's worth, just couldn't finish.
Black passes to Wagner. Over Hachimura. And it's
D.
Wagner missing.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
Here's James.
And
the bucket
cool.
counts. And he is
You
on
watch
his
out
way
for
to the
LeBron.
line. Let's try to make it a three-point play. A big group substitution here for Orlando. Batase's checked in for
98-42.
Carter. Wagner comes in for Wagner. Caldwell Pope's checked in for Anthony. And
3.
Suggs is subbed in for Black. And Suggs, here we go. And that one is stuffed
44.
right through.
Get up, Jalen Suggs. This guy has hops.
Doncic against Suggs. Oh,
Let's go. 144. Let's go.
Whoa! Not known for showing off.
Go.
Doncic with the highlight reel jam. Did I say that? Wow.
No, 3.
There's the AT&T 5G slam cam, capturing the moment. Wagner outside. The shot that
That's
time
awful.
not on target. Some
All
solid
the way.
defense from James. Here's Hayes. And
Let's go.
finished off by
144.
Hayes.
Let's go.
Now, I know he makes it look easy, but it takes incredible physical tools to pull that off.
Athleticism and explosion. Pass to Banchero. Well, Grant, in terms of scheduling, you see any way to eliminate back-to-backs?
You know, I'm not a big fan of eliminating back-to-backs, but to answer your question, BA, you have two choices. Either fewer regular season games
Good D, bro.
or extend the season by a few
1247.
weeks. I don't think either one of those options is in our future.
James against Wagner. The kick out to Edwards. The 3 from deep. Here's Doncic.
Let's go.
And he
Good
creates
ball.
another one. He's
Now
now
12-47.
10-11 from the field.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Bataze attacking.
The
And
D.
it's rejected. And so it looks like it'll be Orlando's ball still. Banchero surveys. Pulls it from the top of the key. Basket counts.
Good D, bro.
Banchero's got 12 points in just the second half.
Yeah, there's not much Banchero can't do in the pick and roll set. He's comfortable as the roller or with the ball in his hands. And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them.
Let's
Just
go.
a terrific performance.
8.9. Let's go. Dang.
Tonight they got everybody in on the scoring. Had nice
3.
passing, which led to good looks.
Just solid play by these guys.
And so this will lock down their 15th win of the year.
And against a non-conference opponent, you really want to win the first one. They'll go into the next one knowing how to beat this team for sure.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game.
Well, as a coach, it's so fun to watch a player dominate the game offensively like he did in this one.
Kicks it to Doncic. From downtown.
Let's go.
Nice feed that time.
151. Let's finish touches.
Leaving nothing to chance. This run shutting the door on.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a
Fire yourself.
potential comeback.
Up, layup.
One side is dominated tonight.
Yeah, they've done a fantastic job.
Let's go. 13 points. Please, touches right there.
This has to feel good. They gave their fans a show and
3.
secured the W.
Yep, the crowd gets to go home feeling good about the win tonight. Their team looked impressive.
Back to Suggs. Wagner, right side. Over James.
That's off.
And it's Wagner missing. And the Lakers with possession here. Hachimura finds Edwards. And he gets it to go.
15 for the 1.
They have to be thrilled with how reliable he's been tonight.
Now Caldwell Pope. And so it's the Lakers easily grabbing this one. We saw two different teams tonight. One played with confidence, operating flawlessly. The other just looked lost.
And the energy in this building was awesome. The crowd was involved from the jump, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see how it all came together.
All right, let's go courtside to Allie LaForce with our player of the game. Allie, it's all yours.
Well, Luka, many feel that this team is exceeding expectations. How do you keep this rhythm going?
Yeah, we just got to keep going like that. You know, don't listen to anybody. Just be ourselves. You know, play as a team, and that's our key.
You got it. Thanks.
All right, Allie, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. With Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And we present the player of the game, Luka Doncic.
I got 50 Nuggets. We 15-0. Nuggets is 86. I'm gonna put back my whole friends. I guess I'm looking these players' attributes and tendencies and badges. Probably will be either this stream or next stream. But Nuggets had still playing on them. Nuggets had Jamal Murray, Chris Brown, Michael Porter Jr., Eric Gordon, Nikola Jokic. Let's get it.
And both sides on the floor getting ready for the game ahead. And it's almost, well, the weekend obviously is in full swing. Kind of a lopsided matchup tonight in some regards, but everyone loves an underdog.
Yeah, let's not forget, this is the NBA. Anything can happen, and even lower-ranked teams are elite. We can still have a real contest in our hands tonight.
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Sharing the wing spots, it'll be Brown and Porter Jr. The 4 and the 5, it's Gordon and Jokic, and it's Murray in at the point. Now, here's Jokic. Pass to Gordon. Now, here's Porter. Fires for 3. It's hauled in by Edwards. Hachimura with it. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic.
Well, Hachimura's inside-out scoring ability is what makes him so valuable to their offense.
Now, here's Jokic. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. Edwards trying.
Let's go.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. And you look at this year's Denver team, you know, Greg, trying to get more from their bench than they did last year.
Yeah, and you just don't want your starters to play so many minutes that they get gassed in the postseason. That's something Denver's trying to avoid this time around. Easier said, though, than done.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Agreed.
The Nuggets have gone 0-3 from the field to start the game. And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with J.J. Redick.
When it comes to Jamal Murray, Coach said it's crucial to make sure his defense doesn't slack off on him. He said Murray is a microwave scorer. He can get hot in a real hurry. Our guys know they have to talk with one another out there and help each other out. Communication is key. Guys, back to you.
Okay, David, thanks. And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
The Lakers on offense. Good momentum, 8 straight points. Pass to Hachimura. Gets the
Cool.
three-pointer to fall.
11 up.
Hachimura's got his second bucket of the night.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Nuggets. And this matchup with the Lakers, it's their first meeting of the season.
Yeah, an interesting history between these two. I mean, last year they were swept by this club in the regular season, but rebounded to take them down in the playoffs.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. The Nuggets with another miss.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
Let's go. Let's go.
Performance so far, hence the big lead.
They got off to such a hot start,
A
and
three.
that can keep you energized throughout the whole game.
Here's Murray following the bucket by the Lakers. Doncic with the steal.
Still.
Hachimura with a clear path to the rack. And
Let's go.
down right on top of Aaron Gordon.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
A three.
Come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
Now here's Murray. And you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average. Now following the three-point attempt by Jamal Murray. And LeBron James gets it to go.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, not just an impressive showing on offense, but on defense as well, executing their game plan perfectly.
Murray, no good. Lakers leading by 18. And Greg, something that is so important to this team, Jamal Murray's shot creation.
It is, Kevin. He creates so much with the ball or off of it. The work he puts in on offense frees up everything for his teammates. Great competitor who's really a perfect fit with this core.
Here's Brown. After Luka Doncic's bucket. Gordon with a screen on Doncic. Murray for three. Again.
Murray, you're not supposed to get Doncic. Quit on you.
Good job by the D to stay with him.
Let's go. Don't do it. Let's go. Let's go.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
Yeah, they haven't appeared in a rush at all. They are just playing to their strengths and building this lead out well.
For the Nuggets, Aiden Watson comes in for Porter. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Christian Brown. They set the screen. Watson's shot is off.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there.
Let's go.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm. And you can see how they're finishing their play.
Agree.
About that, seems like they haven't missed.
Now here's Murray. He has yet to score. 1:21 left to play here in the first. Shot to stop the run. Good work defensively by Hachimura.
Gotta applaud the defensive effort. It's not easy to stop him getting in the lane.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
His court vision has been on display in this one. He's doing a tremendous job just orchestrating the offense beautifully.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Denver. Porter comes in for Gordon. There's 57 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Porter, and finished off by Porter.
How about the strength from the big fella? Porter is used to having to power through contact.
Denver making a switch here. Others checked in. And look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Lakers.
Showing their energy so far, sprinting up and down the floor, getting out in transition and taking advantage.
And they've also done a great job.
Let's go.
Tonight, creating
Come on through. What's up, ready to play?
Appreciate it.
Welcome.
Jesus loves you.
What's up, intro forks? Well, Jesus on there. Jesus love you too.
Y'all keep subscribing to my YouTube channel. Nitrox, are you subscribed to my YouTube channel?
Subscribe if you want to subscribe. What's it? 2 on 3. For 3.
Denver's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. Westbrook passes to Jordan. To the paint. He's looking for Porter and finds him. Jordan finds Porter. The rebound by James.
CD.
James has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Okay, let's just say it.
Oh my
Let's go. 31-3. Let's go.
There are so many ways Hachimura gets the job done.
Westbrook against Doncic. 4 seconds left. He can't hit that time.
Well, okay, well, I like his aggressiveness, but like...
Go in the first one, Toronto. Let's get a close story. We're still going to have points. Let's go.
Los Angeles in complete command. Their lead at 28 points going into the break. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but
What's the close story? Let's go.
And for the Lakers, this has been the game they wanted to have.
For 3.
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
They're playing for one another and focusing on making winning plays. You love to see it.
In it forward for him.
So much of the keys.
It's James and Hachimura. Doncic out there with Edwards, and it's Hayes in at the 5 down low. That's the Laker 5. In this early bit of the season, Greg, how important are team goals?
31-5.
Well, Kevin, you have to be working towards something, whether it's a specific rank or a record. Early goals help you define your team for the season ahead.
James kicks to Doncic. Yes.
Let's go.
James picking up the assist.
Let's go.
James has got his 3rd assist on the night.
For 3.
Now from our sideline
It's still LeBron.
David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, Michael
Open for
Porter
three.
Jr. was the number
Let's go.
1 ranked player in
First
high
and
school,
four.
but
Okay, took it to the paint. Was open for three.
he said, my potential may look different now, but
For
as
three.
long as I can truly say with what I had, I gave it my all, that's all that success should be defined by. Kevin, he grounds himself in gratitude and the work he's put in.
Thanks, D.A. He is a worker and living the dream. 5 to shoot.
Good steal.
It's stolen by Hachimura. Only one man back on D. The finish.
Let's go. 2-9-5. Let's go.
Okay, wow.
Let's go, bro.
LeBron James getting acrobatic, putting
For
on
three.
a show. I see you, big fella.
Here's Strother. Edwards defending. To the middle. Will it go? And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Rui Hachimura. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
Russell Westbrook taking 2 shots.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original person.
The previous play is under review.
A lot easier to determine.
Just a clean
Indeed,
block.
and the one thing with replay
Clean
review
block.
is that
Clean
when
block.
you see the slow motion replays,
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
how fast the action
Just
really
go.
is and how hard it can be. Sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor,
Let's go.
they got
3-1-5.
it right with the review.
Let's
You
go.
gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
And Richard, you've watched LeBron James over the years. His approach never wavers. It never changes.
He is all business all the time, on the court, off the court. The consistency of his focus and mental toughness is unbelievable.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on the...
Let's go. 4-3-5. Let's go.
Wow. Gracious. And certain guys
No, three.
dictate the pace of the game. Doncic as much as anyone.
Pass to Strother. Watching the screen. Here's Strother. Edwards defending. And that'll be Denver as it goes out of bounds. Nuggets retain possession.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
That's fine. You love the effort, not making things easy for the opposition on offense.
5 on the clock. Can they get it? Len
Help.
grabs the board.
Let's go.
Lakers have gone a sensational 5 of 5 from the field since the
Let's
start
go.
of the second quarter.
45-5. Let's go.
Way inside. I like seeing Hachimura put it on the deck and capitalize.
And here's
three.
Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by.
Let's go.
And another
Russell, you're
miss
not supposed
by
to get me, bro. Quit trying it.
For Los Angeles, they've gotten all of their first 6 shots to go in here in the second.
Let's go. 4-10-5. Let's go.
This offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're
The
finishing
three.
their play.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
Outside Westbrook.
Grab it, LeBron. Better pick it up.
Pass to Porter. On the wing, Murray.
Wait, honey. Wait, somebody get a steal. Let's go. 4-9-5. Let's go.
And great steal and look ahead there. Compared to most guys his age, Doncic sees the game at another level.
Here's Brown.
Let's go to 3. Fucking hard.
Back to Murray.
That's off.
Dives for it. Rebound the
Good D.
Lakers. They are tearing through the league right now with 15 wins.
Let's go. We can win this one. We 16 wins. We win 5. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Take notice of a budding winning streak, but when it's double digits, everyone knows. Winning streaks are a lot harder than people think because every single team wants to be the one to take you down.
Jordan with a screen on Hachimura.
That's off.
Porter, no luck. Los Angeles has gotten both of their three-point
Let's
attempts
go.
to go
Let's
down.
Let's go.
I love how under control Hachimura is. Able to push his way through the contact and score. Nice work.
Murray for three.
Oh my
Sinks
God.
the three-pointer.
Fucking Murray.
Murray's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
And in nailing the three there, he puts a lid on what's been a huge run by the Lakers.
Ooh.
James looking around. Out to Doncic. Yes.
Let's go.
James picking up the assist.
Push it. 8.
Doncic has got a pair of triples in the second now.
Push it. 8. The threes.
Outside Westbrook. Back to Murray. Puts up a three. Rebounded by the Lakers. Land's got 4 rebounds now tonight. The drive by James.
Let's go. Push it. 8. Let's go.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
The three.
It's caused them to pull away a bit. Let's see if they can keep the train on the tracks.
Murray, no good.
You know, some people could say he's struggling on offense this period. I like to think of more of a
Let's go.
just can't seem to find his confidence.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
And it's because they're not playing in a rush.
They're
just letting their shots come naturally within the flow of the offense.
Nope.
Great D that time from Edwards.
And there comes a point when, for the team's sake, you might
Let's go.
want to
3-2-8.
believe he's hurting him with all of these misses.
And proving to be effective around the rim. Hachimura leaving no doubt about that one.
Murray, good.
Good.
Murray's got 5 points now this quarter.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses?
What's the pleasure? Go for it.
Hachimura has been leading the charge for
Go
the
in
Los
for first round
Angeles
order.
Lakers. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. Back right after this.
We'll get to the first half action in just a second, but first, let's take a look at where teams are sitting in the power rankings.
Yeah, taking a look at the Lakers.
They're
on a
mission.
You can tell. They came into the season locked and loaded, making a statement here early on, Ernie.
Still a lot of season left, but you couldn't ask for a better start from them. And let's move on to that first half. Talk about a rough start for the Nuggets.
They're getting steamrolled, giving up too many points in the paint.
And it's just not the rim protection. You have to stay in front of all ball handlers, or you'll get broken down and eaten alive.
And that about wraps it up.
We'll get the quarter because I'm winning more. Let's go.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. One guy who's been getting it done is Rui Hachimura.
Yeah, pretty much all throughout that first half. And he was taking care of his business on the low blocks and getting more than his fair share of dunks.
He has been aggressive, getting into the painted area seemingly at will and wreaking absolute havoc on the defense.
So
let's go. Let's go.
The forwards are Porter Jr. and Gordon to his side. In at the guard spots, it's Murray and Brown. And it's Jokic in at the 5 spot. Murray against Doncic. Murray, no good. LA's gotten all but one of the 3-pointers to go down in this game. They've gone 7 of 8
so
far.
Let's go. Let's go.
And the defense with that one. What a show from Doncic.
Nice job capturing the moments on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Murray, the pass to Jokic. Here's Brown. Edwards defending. Outside Porter.
That's
a
all.
Rebound by the Lakers. James has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done.
Let's go. Let's go.
James is winning a title in Cleveland with them, playing with LeBron. What was something you learned about this game and about him?
Well, I learned that he takes the greatness that has been bestowed upon him as a gift, and it is a curse, but he understands how to handle both.
Plenty of daylight on that shot.
What the fuck are you doing?
Gordon's got his first 3 points of the game.
Someone their team.
Gordon understands the importance of stretching the floor, and he remains a capable three-point shooter.
Pass to Hachimura. Yes, and
Let's go. They play right back.
assist.
4-13.
James has got 6 assists now in the game.
For 3.
Ooh, coming out hot, hot, hot. 4 out of 4 for the field. Okay.
And here's Jokic. Outside Gordon.
That's all.
Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own. But it's no good. Here's Edwards. And Edwards
Let's go.
slams it in.
13. Let's go.
Letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Man, their offense is clicking. Players,
Three.
coaches, everybody, they are in sync.
Murray the pass to Porter. And there's the call on James. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
So it's Denver now. Now Jokic. Nothing on the board. Shot clock at 6. Lets it go from 14. And the basket good. A bank shot that time.
Spacing things out a little. Smart of Jokic to take advantage from that mid-range.
James kicks to left. And
Let's go.
Los Angeles with the triple.
Three-pointers are killing them at this
three.
point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Right now, I'd send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the NBA has split its draft into 2 days.
Ow.
League's executive VP and head of operations Joe
Come on,
Dumars says
18. Good, bro.
rosters have expanded, and you're seeing a larger influx in talent, a lot of times from the second round. This format will do justice to those slept-on players. Kevin?
Yeah, good stuff.
Let's go.
Some Hall of
Let's go,
Famers
back. 8 to
from the
18.
second round, for sure. RJ, one league rule that has
three.
gotten a lot of attention. Carrying the basketball.
Oh, these guys carry the ball at a ridiculous rate. Even Allen Iverson used to do it, and then eventually he took it out of his game. But yeah, the referees could clean it up a little bit, I'll be honest. Just an ugly show from him offensively. Yep, no way to describe it, just
Let's go. 18. Let's go.
Man. Oh, what a finish. Rui showing off that athletic ability.
A 3.
Denver's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Here's Porter. Rejected by Len. And here's Edwards from the arc.
Let's go.
In Los Angeles with the triple.
18.
And a chance now to catch up on some numbers with the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
All you have to do is look at one stat, and that is their block numbers. It tells you how tight their D has been. They've been going out of their way to smother the defense.
And another thing, guys, they've dominated on fast
Let's go. 18. Let's go.
the entire game.
Still moving down the floor like a freight train. LeBron
A 3.
remains a force on the break.
Gordon with the screen from Murray. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on
There's
Luka
a foul.
Doncic. That's foul number 2 for him. Russell Westbrook in for Christian Brown.
In for the
Just
Nuggets, number 4, Russell Westbrook.
We've got 1:28 left here in the third quarter. Murray looking around. Doncic with the block.
The anticipation is there for Luka on defense.
Here's Edwards. And
Let's
Edwards
go.
with the stop.
18. Let's go.
And really the story of this second half. One team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And start with their defense. They've been intense on that end, and they can actually help their offense as well.
Murray, no good.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that
And
range.
And against the basket.
You'll
Officials
go for it,
blowing the
Doncic.
whistle, so a chance at the line for one more. So Doncic will go to the free throw line. It's going to be on Jamal Murray. And the Nuggets making a change here.
No, 14.
Popping talent from Doncic. We don't see many players with his size and
A
skill
3.
set.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Westbrook. Doncic with the block. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Doncic. Watson dishes to Jordan. 5 to shoot. Jordan the screen. And he gets the bucket. Crawford's got his first points of the night.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. James, the pass to Hachimura. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. James has got 9 assists now tonight.
You want to know why they're winning? It's because of his play offensively.
Doncic against Westbrook. Doncic grabs the miss.
He's just basically a body out there right now, nothing else. The team is struggling, and he hasn't been able to help them
not 20
at all. Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone until someone stops him. Just let him roll.
And so it's Los Angeles holding an unbelievable lead as the quarter wraps up. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And don't go.
Let's go 4 quarter and get it done right here. Let's go.
Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
That wasn't a better pass in the game, almost like he had a sixth sense.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been evenly fought contest. And at forward for him, it's James and Hachimura. Edwards is out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Glenn in it for 5. That's the Laker 5. Here's Westbrook. It's hauled in by Edwards. Edwards got his 5th rebound right now in the game. James, again, the Lakers.
A coach is going to trust LeBron James to just put up monster numbers because that's who he is. But it is nice to see him get into a nice groove like this.
Westbrook against Edwards. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Deep 2 from Murray. Doncic with the block. The drive by LeBron.
Let's go. Let's go.
LeBron dunked that like he was angry. Is he okay? Man, he got the table shaking over here.
Edwards against Westbrook. Jordan with a screen on Edwards.
Over it.
Ball's knocked loose. Doncic with a steal. Here's Len.
Let's go. 22.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their play.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
On the wing, Murray. Guarded by Doncic. And it's the Lakers' ball. Right now, they're on a 9-0 run.
Let's go. LeBron.
Anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
Gordon checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Greg, we've heard some veteran players and coaches say the league is skewing too young.
Well, because of the salary cap, you're often forced to play some younger guys, and they don't quite have a feel for the game yet. So possibly the product suffers, but it also gives you a chance to develop these young players in your system.
James in the high post. Out to Doncic. Good, and this goes to James. LeBron's got his assist totals piling up. 11 now for him. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for Denver. Pass to Brown. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th quarter. From outside, off the mark. And here are the Lakers. Outpacing them right now in a 15-2 run.
Let's go. Let's go.
Oh, okay. I guess LeBron wanted that one to sting a little.
A
little extra on that one.
Stolen by Len. Edwards drives in.
Let's go.
Edwards.
He is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. Lets it go from 11, and Westbrook gets it to go.
As a jump shooter, Westbrook is very comfortable hunting for mid-range.
Edwards kicks to Doncic. LeBron left side. In a wide open look for Hachimura. Drills the three-pointer. Hachimura's got 6 here in this quarter.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
With the way they're shooting, there's no need to look for any other shot. Just keep letting it rain.
Los Angeles has gotten off to a great start from three-point range in the final quarter. They're a perfect 3.
LeBron decides it's his time. Good luck slowing him down.
For Denver, they've gone 2 of 7 from the field. It's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them. Here's Doncic. And
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
Pass to Brown. Murray outside. And they get it. Count that one.
Such a quick and crafty player. Murray gets room and scores.
LeBron up top. Out to Edwards. The 3. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. And that's 31 points for Champ.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Lakers.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And one of the key components to this, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Rui Hachimura.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long. And every miss finds its way to his hands. Well, what an impressive performance.
You aren't exaggerating. You don't get to 20 without having a special talent for grabbing misses.
And it's just competing. You know, giving your best when it matters most.
And let me tell you, as a team, you love to hit your stride right at the crucial moments. They put this game away in style.
And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Back to Doncic. Pass to Hachimura. Here's Len, and the Lakers tack on 2 more.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
You have to love their effort. This game wasn't handed to them. They took it.
Murray. The Nuggets with another miss. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. And so the trifecta.
This man has entered the zone. Great shooting performance from him all game long.
So it's Los Angeles winning this one easy. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. LeBron, you looked aggressive out there. How did you get to your groove tonight?
The defense set the tone for not only myself, but for our team. And, offensively, we're still trying to figure it out. So I felt there was need for me to kind of turn up the pressure a little bit offensively, see if I could get something going to the hoop, get into a good flow, and I was able to do that.
Yeah, and it was a lot of fun to watch, man. Congrats on the win. Back to you.
Thank you for that, David. And that about wraps it up. Alongside.
Scarf. Yes, Scarf. Scarf.